Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me for webinar 3, presented by iLLYPH Security. Today's topic is all about USB devices. Those small, convenient tools we all use, but often forget to secure. This session is called Securing the Perimeter, the Case for USB Whitelisting. And we will walk through why USB drives are one of the biggest unguarded risks in the workplace and what we can do about it. Now let's start with the harsh truth. USBs are everywhere. They're ubiquitous in corporate environments used for file transfers, backups, charging, and more. But here's the problem. They are also unmanaged in most companies. Every USB port is a potential data entry or exit point, and most traditional security tools like firewalls, antivirus, or network monitoring tools, they can't control what's physically plugged into a device. And this creates a significant security gap, one that we need to close. Now let's look at the threats USB devices can introduce. The first is malware distribution, a compromised USB which can automatically install ransomware or spyware without the user even noticing. The second is data exfiltration, where sensitive files can be copied in seconds and carried out the door. The third is insider threats, whether intentional or by accident. Employees can cause massive data loss just by plugging in the wrong device. And the fourth is USB drop attacks. This is where attackers can leave infected USBs in public places, hoping that someone plugs them in out of curiosity. These risks aren't hypothetical. They're happening right now in companies all over the world. Now you might be asking, how do we stop unauthorized USBs from being used? Well, the answer is USB whitelisting. Now, what is USB whitelisting, you might ask? USB whitelisting means that only specific pre-approved USB devices are allowed to connect to company systems. It works by identifying devices using things such as the vendor ID, the product ID, the serial number, which essentially creates a digital fingerprint. All other devices are automatically blocked, and this is called a default deny posture. And most importantly, it gives granular control. So access can be tailored by department, role, or even individual users. And this simple concept provides a powerful layer of protection. Now, USB whitelisting isn't just a technical solution. It's a business enabler. Now, let's talk about the key benefits. The first benefit is enhanced data protection by tightly controlling the data movement in and out. The second benefit is malware prevention. No unauthorized USBs means no surprise infections. It helps meet the requirements for regulations like ISO 27001, HIPAA, and GDPR, Global Data Privacy Regulation. There's also centralized control, where admins can easily monitor and manage USB access across the entire organization. And the last one is reduced breach risk, where the fewer access points means that fewer opportunities for data loss or data compromise. Now let's compare two approaches, whitelisting and blacklisting. Whitelisting says that you only allow devices on this list and block everything else that's out of the list. Blacklisting says you block the known bad devices, but you allow everything else. But the issue with blacklisting is that it's reactive. So it only stops threats that you've already seen or encountered, and it leaves you vulnerable to new or unknown devices. Whitelisting, on the other hand, is proactive, so it ensures that only the trusted devices get through, which is the far more secure strategy. So you might be wondering, how do you implement USB whitelisting in your business? Well, firstly, you define a clear policy. You decide which devices are permitted and who gets access. Secondly, procure company-owned encrypted USB drives. These are easier to track and control. Thirdly, use endpoint security software that supports USB whitelisting. Solutions such as Microsoft Intune, Symantec, or CrowdStrike. And lastly, educate your employees. Make sure that the staff understand the why behind the policy and know what's allowed. Successful implementation combines technology, policy, and people. To close out today's webinar, please remember that USB ports are a vulnerable access point in every business. USB whitelisting gives you the power to control what's allowed in and keeps the unknown out. And if you don't already have a policy in place, now is the time to start. Talk to your IT or security team today. Ask about approved USB devices and how you can stay compliant with the latest policies. Thank you for attending iLLYPH Security Webinar 3. Stay informed and stay secure. Thank you.